Good evening, traders, and welcome to another StockX post-market recap. Today, we have finally witnessed the outcome of the NVIDIA earnings. Today was a definitely a unexpected choppy day for the StockX team, and we managed to pull through successfully in some way. In today's session, I'm going to be talking to them about how we first navigated the market coming in with the mindset that the market was going to be a straightforward bullish market, but unexpected news and turn of events had started right at the open, and this had to do with the tensions rising between Ukraine and Russia. So right off the open here, SPX was actually strong before the market was opening, but later news had come out that basically a storm shadow rocket which is created by the UK, was launched into Russia. Now, this news here had caused a brief sell-off all the way down, and the market pretty much stopped near our level 3 bearish here. Okay, so this level, of course, was given to our members before the open. We came into this market expecting a bullish move, but the news changed everything here. And pretty much you can see here that the market stopped close to our bottom over here, okay? And throughout the rest of the day, it was very choppy, but it was somewhat of a larger chop, as you can see that the market was navigating through the WAP here, okay? And as I mentioned during the beginning of our last session, we had a lot of positions going in, and they're all calls. Okay, so when we first opened today, all these positions, as you guys can see, you can see right over here that as we went into today, we had a lot of positions. Okay, a lot of these positions that we had since yesterday were winners. But I explained to my team, as always, that unexpected events can happen. And because we're coming into the end of the year with a strong growth in the account, we're okay to take risk. And that's what risk management comes into play here. Okay. So yesterday we had those ARM calls, NVIDIA, Broadcom, Dell, and SPX. So if you have the right account management, you can see right over here that as we went into the start of the day here, the positions that we had, majority of them were still green. So what we had done here is that we had sold Dell right off the bat. I noticed that the premiums were getting weaker here. So this is a play that we gave for free. NVIDIA 150 calls we sold at, these were a 50% winner yesterday and opened pretty decent here. They managed to come back as well, but we sold it at for a smaller profit. We took coin 120% winner off that when it got there because they had a very strong push. And then ARM, we had a 40% winner on this near end of the day. It was actually a 60% winner yesterday, but we decided to take profits on this as well. And then 6,000, we sold those SPX calls near the end of the day when SPX really ripped here. Okay. So interesting to pretty much see that. And throughout the entire day here, this is where we sold our coin calls. And throughout the entire day here, we pretty much focused on scalping. Okay. So we have determined a very good scalping strategy by waiting for the premiums to calm down and using the WAP to our advantage here, okay? And I'm going to tell you a little bit of trick that you can employ into your trading routine to help you scalp a little bit better. So what you see over here is that, the levels pretty much held and the market was pretty much in range. Okay. Whenever you see the WAP, that gives you a good idea of when you can potentially take profit or exit. What I like to do here is when I see this range here, and let's just say I see SPX hitting the top of this upper band on the WAP, what I tend to do is I look back at the premium, which I oversee here, and the premium chart. This is just an example, of course. And I look at the range on this premium as well. Looking at this perspective here kind of shows you if it's double topping and it's matching the upper band like you see here. So you can see here that the premium, for example, in the 50-90 calls, I have a whole list that I constantly navigate through when I'm looking at this. So if I'm investigating on the puts, I'm looking to see if that there is a pattern here where it tends to hit a specific up point and then move back lower. So if the WAP, for example, is uh at the WAP, let's say we're at the upper WAP and you see these 59.20 puts, for example, at around this is too close to the money, so let's use this other one, 58.60s. Okay, that was near the low day. So if you see these 58.60s, pretty much, let's just say, chilling around here, it exploded and then premiums come down, and then now you're at a point where you're at an upper bound resistance. This gives you a great opportunity to scalp these calls because, sorry, these puts, and the same works for calls as well. Okay, so kind of understanding the WAP range and tying it to the premium will give you a good opportunity to scalp any sort of plays that you had. And in the room, actually, we called out three perfect scalp plays. Okay. So if we go into our scalp trades that we called out, the first trade that we called was calls. The second one was puts. The puts actually move very fast. I basically had a 40% winner, but I decided to stop at loss at 10%. Got a little too, aggressive with that, but it was a minor loss. But it was definitely a great trade, as many members in the room had made money off that play here. Okay. And you can see another scalp that we took here. These ended up really exploding near the end of the day, and a lot of people made profits off those calls, as you guys can see in the winner room. And we will showcase all the details and all the winners within that range here. But regardless, when it comes to scalping here, one strategy you can do, as I mentioned, is look at the WAP, and you can also integrate the WAP into the premiums to get an idea that, okay, this is an exit point and this is an entry point. If you're scalping, one thing you want to do and you want to avoid is that you do not want to pay the high of the day premium. Okay. Purchasing things at the high of the day premium is the worst thing you can do when it comes to scalping, because if you are buying it at the high of the day premium, most likely what's going to happen here is, like, let's just say if you're looking to buy the 59.20 calls at let's just say its high of the day is around 5 and its low of the day is at 2. So if it drops off that high of the day premium, you're going to be at instant loss. And most of the time when people scalp, they have a stop loss. So always have high and the low on your option premium chart and try to find something that can work. Another strategy you can do as well too is understanding what strike can work here. Okay. So you want to look at what the range is, because if the range here is 58.60 and 59.20, for example, you don't want to pick a strike that is outside of the day's range. Because if you start to pick, let's say, the 59.40s and you like the calls, that range hasn't been discovered. So it's best to always find the range that's within the number here. And that works with SPY as well too. So if you have a small account and want to scalp SPY, that can be another opportunity as well. So scalping is fast money, fast strategy. You do not want to force too much, because if you do, it's not going to end up working in your favor here. Okay. So these are one strategies that you can employ into your trading behavior to help you give the edge here. Now, I hope that lesson was very important for you guys, but one thing I also want to finish off here is give you a little bit of expectation about what happened as well. So, Paul Alto earnings were, pretty average, and the stock is down because of it. Cybersecurity also pulling back as well, but the big winner on earnings was snow here and it moved beyond our estimated weekly high at 144. We actually had a snow play as well, but we did it in a form of equity because snow tends to really fail earnings. So we managed to buy equity there and sell that. We also made some money on Eli Lilly equity as well. And we're also taking advantage of those opportunities that equity play can give with targets and all of that. So Snow also acquired a one company as well. And they got beat up with their downfall in the stock, but now it looks like it's back above 150, which is good for the stock. NVIDIA earnings was average, and pretty much it looks like it's going to be base. But if NVIDIA gets to 129, I'd like to add equity around there. And in regards to the sympathy, I believe that the other stocks like Broadcom and all of that may move somewhat choppy, but it's not going to look so bad here, okay? Because they did beat and they did exactly what they expected, but the guidance did not really meet expectations. So I think SPX pretty much is going to remain in my chop range here throughout the week here, and it looks like we may start to see another golden cross in the market here. And the geopolitical news situation is really hot. So if more developments come out with war and stuff, that's gonna not be so good. But I pretty much mentioned that the main risk here is that does the nuclear arsenal risk increase? And that's what really drops the market. Any sort of regular bomb or all that doesn't really matter. But does the chance of nuclear war really increase? That's what really would spook the market. So that's all I got for you guys right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this little quick market recap. We'll see you guys in the next one, and I hope you guys can start to use that scalping strategy in your daily trading objective. Okay? We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for tuning in.